Yo, what's happening, my people? So today, we'll be talking about Invincible. Dropped another episode, man. We got season 3, episode 4. You Were My Hero. And man, I am elated that this has came back. Animation is doing it, man. Like right now, there isn't a lot of things on TV. There's things that I'm probably not watching, but like with Invincible, and if you're an animation fan, man, like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, if you want to check that out, that's real cold. So man, like things like that, they doing the damn thing. But with this episode right here, let's get into it. It starts off, you know, the Guardians have dismantled, so they have kind of went their separate ways and stuff. They got two different factions. So they got Rex and Ray. They out getting groceries and stuff. And you see like just little small things like they have trouble with, because they aren't like regular people. They haven't been living life like everybody else or something. They have been kind of coddled. They had government assistance and stuff like that, and they were just fighting. That's all they had to worry about, was just protecting the planet and stuff. But now they got to kind of fend for themselves. So getting groceries is a chore. Like they don't know how to do that, don't know how to cook and stuff, trying to learn on the fly. And so they get a much needed distraction. Something comes up. I guess probably was a bank robbery or something. They didn't really go into it. But Mark, he trying to figure out who's been spying on him and stuff. And it's like, it had to be somebody with unlimited resources and stuff like that. So who it had to be? Cecil, of course. So of course he goes to the Pentagon, barges into the Pentagon and tears everybody up. Like he's fighting these cyborgs and stuff. He's like, Cecil, I told you to leave my family alone and stuff. And Cecil like, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, but you bold coming into the Pentagon like that. And he uses his defense. Mark is gonna have to find a way to counter that right there, because he has that one thing where he presses that button and he has that certain sonic sound wave or something, and that incapacitates Mark on multiple occasions. So Mark is gonna have to learn how to defend that, get some kind of earbuds or something like that, because that's Cecil's ace in the hole. But the thing about that is, if they are out in the open, can Cecil utilize that tool or whatever? But anyway, so Cecil is like, it wasn't me. And I forgot the little dude, the little other little cyborg, the little nerdy one that's always by Cecil. And he's like, we have been looking at Mark's family. Yeah, but this right here wasn't us. Like, we are watching Mark's family, but not with this technology. So we got to find out who this is as well. Because like he wants to know everything. His power is information. He kind of like Nick Fury and stuff like that. Being a hero or just having powers like that, they gotta be cool as hell. Like just for especially having two, because Mark and Adam and Eve, like that's dope. Like they finally having a date and stuff, and they go to Paris. Like just for a date is like, we could go anywhere in the world. You want to go to Egypt? Let's go. Want to go to Australia? Let's go. Want to go to the North Pole? Let's go. Want to go to the moon? Shit, probably can go there too. But just going out, but it never works the way they want to. So Dropkick and Fight Master shows up. And that's the ones that stole the Declaration of Independence. And they're like, we need you. And like, I'm not going to help y'all. I'm not going with y'all and stuff. Okay, let's go back to our date. And they snatch him. So they snatch him and bring him into the future. And they need help defeating the king. So they show this dude, and he seems like he is incredibly powerful. He is tearing everybody's ass up. Like he has lost his mind. He is thrown off. It turns out that the king is immortal. And when Mark gets there, he's like, oh, that's immortal. And I'm like, immortal is powerful, but like, he's not like, I guess towards like the rest of human people or whatever, but it's like, immortal don't seem like that much. Like, Mark can beat the shit out of the immortal or something, but he's a Viltrumite or half Viltrumite. Everybody, maybe Viltrumites in the future, they didn't come back to Earth, or they might all been dead. Because a side note, he does be like, Mark, you forced me into this situation. Are you well again? But you left you got sick and you went with your family and you left. Uh, Spoiler alert. There is a saga that will happen later on. There is a disease that was made that only affects Viltrumites, and Mark will come close to certain death, and it's something that he's gonna have to battle through. So that is like just a little foreshadowing of a future storyline with the disease. So we're gonna see about that. That's gonna be a major factor later on. I'm pretty sure since they talked about it that they will do it on the show. But anyways, so he wanted them to get Mark there. He's like, "You're the only one that can stop my suffering. I never wanted to do this." He's like, "Well, just step down. Kings cannot step down. They have to be toppled or whatever." So Mark has to end up killing him because he threatened to kill Dropkick in Fight Master or whatever. So he was about to kill them. So Mark had to kill Immortals to save them, and that's what he wanted anyway. And even killing the Immortal, he's like, just make sure to keep the parts away, because if they attached his head back to his body, he will come back. Like, that is his superpower or whatever, other than just strength. And Mark does kill him, and it's very depressing. He said he doesn't want to kill anymore. He is against everybody killing and all that, but it was something that had to be done. So he does go back to Earth, and they bring him back. I love the little montage that they had, like Eve and Mark just having the flashbacks of all their interactions and stuff, them flying all around the world, finally having some moments to their self and stuff. So I love that. I thought that was a cool little moment. And then I'm like, the episode is over, and I'm like, they still have like 30 minutes to the episode. I'm like, wait, what's up with that? It starts a whole nother like TV show, a whole nother episode. And we turn to Alan the alien and Nolan, and they are in prison in a Viltrumite space prison or whatever. And Nolan is getting tortured. He has been taken away. They want to kill him. If you know the story, like, I'll get back to that in a second. But Alan the alien wants to save Nolan, so he breaks out. He's going to save him. He's like, well, I don't want to have all the fun, so he lets all the other prisoners out to help him fight as well. And there is one prison cell that is really under a large lock and key or something, a big stupid door. Battle Beast. We see Battle Beast, man. So I love that. Like, yo, Battle Beast, he the truth. He the truth, man. So he's another very powerful figure in the Invincible world. So we get to see him do his thing or whatever. Nolan, Alan the alien wants to help and whatever. And then he lets one of the Viltrumites kind of beat him up, and he's like, oh, and he's acting like he can't beat him. So Nolan breaks loose, and he finally joins the fight. So they getting their scrap on and whatever. And basically they just fighting. They killing, and they end up getting free and whatever. They kill the Viltrumite like in space or whatever. They end up taking the fight to space, and the way they defeat this Viltrumite, like, that's dope. I'm gonna show the picture and all that. But they're like, we gotta go because they called reinforcements, and Nolan reveals the biggest secret of the Viltrumite Empire. He's like, reinforcements are not coming. Like, why you say that? There's only like 50 full breed Viltrumites. That's why we can't beat them. There aren't a lot of Viltrumites, man. Like, that is a secret that they go in little small factions, and they go topple societies and stuff. And that is how they keep their rule, because they go and they topple societies, and they make those people work for them, and they make it seem like it's a lot of people, because they are super strong, but numbers wise, they can be beat. So that is a big thing about it. So that is how the episodes end. There is one little last little thing at the end, is like the last little cutscene. We go back to Mark and Eve, and so they've gotten their groove on, and Debbie is knocking at the door. I heard a noise, because they was humping, and he like, nah, I'm just undressed, mother. That's why the door is locked. But I'll talk to you later. Okay. You're like, yeah, I gotta get my own place. So yeah, so it's weird because like if they get their own place, it's like they're gonna have to have funds. So, but it's like that's something I would it would be a conundrum. It really wouldn't be, but like as far as TV shows and comics, how will they do it? Like because will they get jobs and stuff like that? Eve can make things out of thin air. So she can make some gold and sell it. She probably could make some, I don't know if she would make some money because it would be counterfeit or whatever because serial numbers and all that kind of stuff. But she can make gold out of thin air. So they don't really have to work. And if they would have to work, that would get in the way of their superheroing. And we see Spider-Man and stuff like that. Like it's hard to keep a 9 to 5 and fight crime, or you go out of space for months at a time or whatever like that. So yeah, I think Adam Eve should just like produce some gold and they'll sell it and pay the rent like a year ahead and do something like that. But look like they might be moving into their own spot. We shall see. But episode 4, another stellar episode. I enjoyed it, man. What y'all think about it? Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Gonna be the greatest and the most hated man. Holla at your boy. Peace.